Hello, everyone. This is Emre. I'm an associate director at Laminar, and I've been with Laminar for 3 years. Worked with different clients, and today I would like you to walk through with me the experience we got in a London train station project, which we used an innovative solution for issue management. I would like you to think about a world that construction projects finish on time and on budget. Imagine. Not possible? Can't imagine? Well, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. But there are some tools to mitigate the impact to a level that is acceptable. And today I would like to explain one example that we used in a London train station and how we decided to use it. Our client was an M&E subcontractor, which was suffering from the site disruptions caused by the contractor that reached to a level that had some financial impacts to their budget. And finally, we decided to find those resource leakages on site because we couldn't see them on site without reporting. Just any activities were taking longer than expected, but we were not recording those items. So that's how we started our journey. As a planning and reporting service provider, we said, okay, we will take care of it. We will talk to your site supervisors to record every single loss of time during the day happened with the reasons. Our sole purpose was to detect inefficiencies and find the leakage, as I've said earlier. We decided to use a tool that is sustainable, that is a system rather than an Excel spreadsheet, which helped us to store data in a way more sustainable way. It was solely a planning department initiative in the beginning, but then the construction team got so interested and they said, we're using WhatsApp and we can't solve our problems. And we lost track of the issues once we progress in the project. So we would like to use the same tool. And then we onboarded them to our tool, which I will explain in the next slide, Shape. We trained 10 construction professionals 10 site supervisors, 2 construction managers. They were quite interested in learning something new, techie in their field, which is a rare thing in our field, unfortunately. So before we jump into the issues, today I would like to walk you through the app we used, then the issues we detected, some statistical facts, the way we attacked them to resolve, and finally our takeaways to how to avoid issues in the future as much as possible. First of all, to identify the site issues, we used the existing issue spreadsheets available. We also went to the previous emails, WhatsApp chats. We collected all the data on Shape. We created issues for each one of them and tracked the visual evidence in a chronological manner. We went on site, took the photos to eliminate subjectivity, and stored all these information in the digital page of each issue. And simultaneously, we recorded those evidences on the app. Which kind of informations we were collecting? Those were a title, a description, delay start date, delay end date, potential impacted activities with the program IDs as well, and the responsible parties, who is to resolve this issue. And that helped us to systematically follow our site issues. Now, let's look at what we have found out after we started this campaign. In 2 years' time, we have identified 144 issues which span across access, damage, design, equipment, and material. It might not be surprising to see access being the biggest issue when we talk about a subcontractor who is solely dependent on the contractor's access. But the most striking element, as you see, is the access, and I would like to give more detail about what kind of access issues we faced. Work's incomplete. The contractor thinks work is done and dusted, which is a very, very famous phrase in construction sites, but it's not. It's not to the requirements of the subcontractor, and that creates the biggest problem. Second, opening burlus work holes missing, another item. Third, clash with the other trades. There is lack of collaboration between the supply chain, and that creates unexpected intrusion between the trades. Rooms are not accessible, locked. The handovers rules and agreements are not followed, waterproofing, etc. So those were the main problems of our project. And unfortunately, it was at that time too late to overcome this situation. We just made a damage assessment. All the combination of those issues caused us 1.5 year delay in a 4 years long project. We lost 55 of our productivity, which means we planned a penny, but we paid another penny because we were inefficient on site. But knowing this figure was important for us, and giving a substantiation to that figure also was crucial. We knew that we were inefficient because we collected data, and we knew why we were inefficient because of those charts stories. And finally, this subcontractor had to claim to the contractor with an amount of 6.5 million. But this evidence collection campaign helped us to substantiate that claim with the photos and the dates and the impacted program activities. So how, after we identified those 144, how did we mitigate the coming issues? First, we created a culture of collecting visual evidence. We had the question, did you put that on shape? If it's not on shape, it's not happening. It doesn't exist. That culture helped us to remove the subjectivity from the table and had a clear understanding of what's going on. And second, if the issue is not being resolved on shape with all parties involved, unfortunately, we activated the correspondence mechanism. We wrote letters as our contract allows us. But when we do so, we used solid references produced by the exported PDFs of the tool. So it looked very serious. When the general contractors see our letters, early warnings, NCEs, they knew that we were not joking. And also that helped them to understand the impacts of their wrongdoings or errors, site errors. And third, we introduced all those issues into our programs to create an end-to-end system from site to commercial to the planning departments. All are referring to the same IDs, early warnings, NCEs. And you can trace the issue back. You can see that on shape. You can see the letter reference, and you can see the program reference of the same issue. And of course, we had a chat feature within the app, which helped early resolution of some issues without needing escalation. Also, we removed the noise of WhatsApp within the project. And also the benefit of this was it was a mobile app with a mirror app on the desktop. So whatever you enter, you see it on your computer, unlike WhatsApp. And some people wouldn't prefer to use that browser tool of WhatsApp. I prefer not to have my messages on my computer, for example. And finally, regular meetings. Of course, we had a checklist of the issues. We had a chart demonstrating the stale issues, new issues, got the pulse check, understand who is the blocking party in the resolution story of this. If it's not resolved, let's trigger the commercial team to take action, tag them, mention them, let them take the action. So the key takeaways, the key actions to avoid issues in the future, that's a $1 million question, to be honest, but let me share my take on that. First of all, we need to close the feedback loop. Having the journey from the assessment of the issue, then addressing the issue, closing and documenting it creates a significant, memorable story in everyone's mind. So having this whole cycle would definitely help reducing the recurrence of the issue. And we will get the takeaways from this. Second, sweeping the dust under the carpet doesn't help anyone. We need to make it clear. And in the UK, the contractual system encourages transparency and collaborative working. Just raise it, show the facts before they get bigger problems. And finally, trust in the technical capabilities of your site team. They are quite interested in learning new technologies. Today, we are quite skilled in anything technology related, and they will see the benefits and use it for the benefit of the project as well. And that will create a direct link from site to your commercial team and the planning team. With those steps, maybe someday we may get a little bit closer to that fantastic world that I depicted in the beginning of my presentation. A world where construction projects end on time within the budget. Thank you.